about lunchtime on the west coast of the United States. My name is Jeffrey Radovan. I'm your host. Thank you for joining us today here on Lunchroom. We've got an awesome panel as usual. We've got first off the illustrator extraordinaire, man of sketch card, Marvel sketch card fame, Mr. Justin Chung. Justin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are living the dream. We've got this is our second official episode, man, and you've been here for all three. The pilot, episode 1, and episode 2. Here we are. So
It's
thank
been
you
fun.
again for being here.
It's been fun. Thank you.
Absolutely. And on the ones and twos, the man directing, he's playing the tunes for us. My brother, my roommate, Mr. Jason Radovan. How are you, man?
Not too bad. Can I play my theme?
Play your theme.
Okay, extra nasty.
Oh, he gets a sexy one. Thanks.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
all right.
no, dude, yours is sexy too, dude. What's sexy about? That's
All right. All right.
You
That's
got
all
that.
right.
You're the bright and sexy. I got the dark and sexy. Jeff has that, he has that like that medium sexy.
All right. All right.
I'll
We-
take that. Medium sexy is better
Dude,
than
we're-
I've really ever had. So I'll take
Dude,
it.
we complete a spectrum. Okay, we complete a spectrum. So that's all
Absolutely.
right.
So we appreciate everybody tuning in live. We really, really love to interact with you live. That's really the goal of this. It's lunchtime on a Thursday, so we want to be able to have a chat with everybody. This is an open conversation. So leave comments on the Google event page, on the YouTube page, and we'll be sure to go ahead and visit those from time to time.
Also,
and see what's going on.
hit the Q&A button if you want to ask us a question.
Exactly. Q&A button on the event page will allow you to just ask us a question. If you want to ask what the deal is with Jason's Hawaiian shirt, you can get that answered.
What?
I'm gonna do that right now. Hold on. Just kidding.
Excellent.
Dude, it's the only shirt. It's the only shirt that I own, apart from this one tank top. So
No, I get it. I mean, does Batman leave the cave without a cave without his cape? No. So you're not gonna do the show without your shirt.
dude, I really hope to God that he has more than one cape because I feel like that can get pretty nasty, pretty disgusting.
I don't think he cares.
Huh?
Yeah, we should be joined momentarily by Mr. Abel G. Pena.
I see him making a call right now.
I don't think he's going to the right room.
Yeah.
That's episode 2, baby.
That's episode 2. You'd think we'd have this figured out, but it's
But
just
you'd be damn wrong.
but it's just not there.
wrong.
Jay, what's the viewer count for us? Do we have anyone watching right now?
We have 2 golden viewers. Up now, we just lost one.
Aw.
Down
Man,
to
we
1.
scared them off.
Hi,
We
one
scared 'em
viewer.
off.
It's okay.
They're
It's
they're
okay.
good looking. You're a good looking person. Thank you for
Yeah.
being here. We appreciate it.
You hit Abel with a message on the in the Hangout for the right episode. He keeps trying to dial. He keeps trying to dial into the past. There's no time travel in this
Yeah.
today's segment.
Let's send him another invite so he can. Get in
I'll
here.
send him. I'll send him.
And it looks like Mr. Niall Harris wants to join as well. Let's
Really?
see if we can get him on. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
We've got a bunch of fun stuff to talk about. We've got some top stories. We've got a bit of science news. We're a bunch of geeks here at Lunchroom, so just want to keep you up to date on that. Again, this is the show where we're talking about the things that you should have already read on Reddit, but instead you're here listening to us talk about it instead. We're going to kick it off, I think, with a new segment that we call Now We Know.
Now we know.
And
We
kicking it
know.
off, myself, Justin Chung, Jason, we've also had some time in San Francisco. Justin is still in San Francisco. And on the superhero front, we do have a show that is a film, Marvel's next big project, Ant-Man, being shot in San Francisco. And we've got the first official image of Paul Rudd, who will be playing
Yes,
Ant-Man.
they gave
One
it to
one
us.
of the Ant-Mans.
One of them, correct.
Not
and-
not the wife beater, right? Not the one that schmeats his schmeif.
Okay,
No?
we were talking about this the other day. The Ant-Man character's got some dark origins. The original character, the name escapes me. Is it Hank?
Hank Pym.
Hank Pym.
You're fired.
Sorry. Had a.
Hey man, this
a
was
brief
a
spot.
DC. Hold on, this is a DC house. If you hadn't noticed, okay.
We're gonna. Okay, we'll talk about that later too.
All right, okay. Go on, Jeff. Sorry, dude.
I was just gonna say that the character of Hank Pym did have a pretty infamous storyline where he was beating his wife. He was a wife beater, and
he got angry. I think something like, Justin, can you please?
Justin ought to be able to answer that.
Yeah. Do you remember why he beat his wife?
No, actually, I missed that storyline. I mean, I know about it, but I don't know his. I don't remember, or I actually never knew his motivation for beating his wife, other than maybe he was just.
All right, we should probably stop saying that.
All right, let's get back to the film news, Jeff.
The film,
as you were saying.
As I was saying, they are making the new Ant-Man film right here in San Francisco, and I believe we have that first official image, Jay. If you want to show that for the good folks at home.
I'm trying to.
It's a very dramatic shot of Paul Rudd. He's in the hoodie. Golden Gate Bridge over his shoulder. It's just kind of a cool look, that first tease, and it seems that Marvel's taken this slight detour. I wouldn't even say it's a detour. I guess you could trace it as far back as Iron Man. This push towards the humor and making sure that humor is always present in their big film projects.
Yeah.
Iron Man. We saw Guardians of the Galaxy, extremely funny as well as an action-packed film. And Ant-Man's lead role now is Paul Rudd, who's got historically a bunch of hilarious roles. And
Yeah, but we don't know if he's actually going to be playing a funny character in this movie or not. I mean,
he's
an actor. He could be playing. He's
I don't
supposed
know.
to do anything.
Have you seen Paul Rudd in any?
Yes, I have, and he is extremely talented and funny. Yeah.
I mean, the closest thing to a serious movie that I've seen Paul Rudd in is Clueless. Like, that was like the last serious thing that I saw him.
Okay, well, let's just wait and see. So, to clarify for the audience, Paul is actually not playing Hank Pym. Hank Pym is being played by Michael Douglas, and Paul is playing Scott Lang, the second Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they're going to kind of follow the comic book storyline, or not follow the comic book storyline, but actually, well, actually, it kind of is and isn't. So I'm being wishy-washy here.
Well,
my point is, I mean, there are more than one Ant-Man, and Michael Douglas in the movie is playing Hank Pym, who mentors Scott Lang as the next Ant-Man.
You know, that's something that like they've always kind of talked about, like, especially with like the multi-generational heroes. It's like, which one do we want to show first? Do we want to go in chronological order? Do we want to like move it around so that it fits the time? Like, like with Flash, they're always sort of like moving him around. Like if in Smallville it was Bart Allen who was actually Impulse, not actually the Flash, and they're always messing around with Wally.
Right.
Wally West being Flash, or Barry Allen, which is the current upcoming Flash series.
Yeah. I love how he managed to turn this into a DC conversation somehow.
I know,
sorry.
It's incredible. It takes no more than 10 seconds.
No, actually, but I love this point that he's talking about. I want to talk about this a little bit, and it's true that in both the Marvel and DC universe, a lot of the characters, more than one character have taken the mantle of these heroes, and when they adapt it to film, I think it's actually an interesting and probably, I'm hoping it's going to be a fun challenge for the filmmakers to kind of decide which character they want to play the hero in the film. So like in the case of Ant-Man, see how I brought back to Marvel, they're actually including both Ant-Mans in the Ant-Man movies.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not a conversation about DC. I'm just saying, like, that's something that you got to worry about, It is.
It's definitely, I mean, for the filmmakers, it's something to worry about. As fans, we don't really, I mean, we wring our hands a little bit about if we have a favorite character, whether you want Wally West or Barry Allen to be the Flash in the Flash movie, but, but we don't worry.
All right, I'm going to set the table real quick. Jay, can you please invite Mr. Abel G. Pena, Niall Harris?
I thought I did.
They're having trouble getting in, so let's see if we can get them in there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to apologize. I thought I was directing one screen. I was directing the wrong screen this entire time. Jeff, you may have been on here for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, Jay,
I am sorry.
Oh man, it's his first time, folks. Give him a break. It's all good. We're gonna roll with it. That's kind of what we do here.
Well, go ahead and throw up the Paul image then. If the audience hasn't seen it yet.
Let's throw it to the right image. That's the one that we've been talking about this whole time, man.
No, I mean, I would love to see Jeff in this movie too. That'd be great.
I don't know. Can you see that?
No, I cannot. Right
Oh, there it is. Okay, there we are.
now. Oh, Jay just learned how to use a computer. Let's give him a hand.
Hey,
Fantastic.
hey,
Hey.
you watch your goddamn mouth.
I am watching my mouth actually. I've got a nice little screen here. I can watch it pretty easily.
Right. We can do this thing where we like
Dude, I swear,
beep
man.
beep beep
I'm
beep
gonna-
beep.
All right, so that's emo Paul Rudd.
Emo Paul
Looking
Rudd.
hella serious. That's the serious look, man.
And what's the release for Ant-Man? What are they targeting there? I don't even know.
They are looking at
It's 2016, I think.
2015, even
2015?
before.
Yeah, it's next year. It's next year.
Oh man.
You guys are in front of a computer. Google it. Or IMDb.
Hey man,
it.
I got two computers going on right here. It's kind of crazy.
It actually
right
should be
now.
on the. It might be on the page that you have the photo on.
It is. No, it says 2015.
All right, I didn't know if there was.
All right.
July 17th.
See, that's what I was looking for. July 17th,
Take it easy.
2015.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not completely useless.
Well, that's what our audience wants to hear.
That's
Hey,
what they
man.
want. That's what the people want. That's what
Right.
gets the people going.
Like next
gets them
year is
going.
kind of open. So July 17th. Is that what you said? July 17th, 2015.
Yeah.
there
For
you
now.
have it.
That's
All
the
right,
tentative
moving
release
on.
date.
Moving
Another
on.
thing
Moving
that's
on,
got
yes.
people going. If you've been living under a rock this past week, you might have missed it. But the ALS organization has this Ice Bucket Challenge. It's been going on for the past month, I feel like, but it really picked up steam the past week. You've had a lot of celebrities pulling it off. Justin Chung, our own panelist here, actually participated in the challenge, completed it, and donated. Did it the right way. So Justin, can you tell us a little bit about the org? You had a nice. There's a great video. We'll put it in the show notes of Justin completing the challenge. But he also had some good stuff to say about the disease, the organization, and all that. And we definitely want to hear about it. So what was it like? First off, how was it having that cold water pouring on you?
The cold water was cold. I have to say that.
Oh yeah.
Not to discourage you guys, but it was actually worse than I thought it'd be.
Oh, okay.
I am a bit of a wuss when it comes to cold water, so that may have something to do with it.
Cold water is no joke, dude. Like it's probably the closest thing to drowning outside of water. You know, it just because you start to hyperventilate and then it's just like it like totally locks up. You know, I think was the Ice Bucket Challenge supposed to be sort of like to simulate, I guess, the like what it's like to kind of have.
No,
the
I
disease?
think it was a metaphor. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a metaphor for waking up, like a wake up call to get people to be aware of it, because that's not what ALS is like to have. It's a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects your motor skills. So having ALS is more like tying like a 25-pound weight on your wrist and then trying to drink a glass of water, that sort of thing.
Got you. That's no good. But
No, it's a terrible disease. We don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you die from it. We don't have a cure. We don't know how to treat it. I mentioned all this in my video.
Yeah.
And and it's a disease a lot of people don't know a lot about. Well, I think that's changing now. But.
Okay. Well, good. Very good.
Yeah, so we're all here in California, and as you may or may not know, there's a severe drought going on in the state. So
Yeah,
there's
I'm
also-
reminded pretty much every time I drive down the freeway. There's signs telling me that we have a drought. Are you telling me they're telling the truth?
That seems to be the case, and a lot of people are pretty up in arms about the fact that everyone's dumping buckets of water on themselves. That really, presumably, makes people aware of the cause, but just hasn't been so great in the way of water conservation. So kudos to you, Justin, for being conservative with that water and make sure it gets put to
Right,
good use,
right.
and not just throwing it down the drain.
Right. For the people who haven't seen my video, what I did was I did it in my tub and I collected the water and used it to clean my tub afterwards. So I didn't just waste it. And that was something I really wanted to do because I've been thinking about the drought as well.
It's ingenious. Yeah, so just shifting back a little bit into the entertainment news, we've got a bit of a downer here. Sorry to go out on this one, but we've got Netflix has caved in the fight for net neutrality. They've decided to go ahead and pay Time Warner Cable an additional fee or rate essentially, so that they have those faster pipes for delivering Netflix content. This is something that's been going on for quite a while now. It'll still go on once this is done. But it feels like the first knock that really feels the first nail in the coffin, as it were. It's not the last one, but it feels like the first nail in the coffin of net neutrality, as it's been branded for some time.
Now, Jeff, I may not be what you might call a smart man. So, can you please explain to me what net neutrality?
Yeah, sure.
Sort of how that affects sort of the landscape of the internet and its usage?
Net neutrality, basically the idea is, at its inception, all data on the internet moving over the pipes, data is data. It's all treated exactly the same, regardless of what you're transferring, whether you're loading a web page or in this case downloading a Netflix video. Each one of those bits are moving across your internet service provider's pipes at the same rate. That's the basic idea. Yeah. So what the internet providers are trying to do here is basically say, hey, Netflix, you're streaming a ton of content over our pipes. What we want to do is charge you a higher rate so that your data comes through the pipes a bit quicker, and it basically means that things are no longer in balance. So I might have my Netflix stream coming through just fine, and then I go to load a website, and if they're not paying that higher rate, it might not be delivered as fast. I think that's kind of it. In a bubble. So, is there anything to add there, Justin? Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Well, yeah. No, I think you covered most of it. The reason it's kind of relevant to people like us is that we don't really have a huge budget. So if
you don't say,
yeah. So
you
we don't. So without net neutrality, we could potentially be in a situation where the big companies like Netflix, who have the budget, can afford to have a consistent internet connection, a faster data rate for their clients and or customers, and maybe we won't have the money. So if people want to tune into our show, they could have, we could be lagging out, or maybe we don't even have the bandwidth to send it. So and so the service providers could say, hey, you guys need to pony up cash, or you're going to get a slower data rate. So that's the issue around net neutrality.
Dude, it's freaking president business, man.
Capitalism, right? Capitalism.
They're freaking going. They're going at it. So Jeff, what would you say would be something that I can do as a human person to sort of, I don't know, combat this?
Well, I think I know where you're going.
Like I do too. I see what everybody's asking.
I want my content, but I mean, I'm a man of principles. I mean, not many principles. But kind of principles.
Yeah, sure. So
how can I preserve?
Well, first of all, I mean,
and get the shows and the movies, the content that I want. How can I preserve that?
Well, what principles are you talking here? Is your principle that are you supporting the idea of capitalism, where they should be allowed to charge whoever they want for the data rate, or are you saying that we should keep the internet free?
I think we should keep the internet free.
Socialist. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, let's not throw around labels like that.
No, I agree with you on that. So we're on the same page. Jeff, you want to talk about how we can do something about this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say, I saw this right on the front page of Reddit. There's a senator who has got a campaign going right now to rebrand net neutrality, because I think we can all kind of agree that term has not really caught on. It's being thrown around a lot, but it's still kind of an abstract concept. So they're looking to kind of refocus the conversation, rename net neutrality, so that we've got something that'll really connect with people right away. So that's the first thing. This ongoing discussion about how we should handle data over the internet is going to be a long conversation. But there are a number of websites, of organizations looking to fight this battle. We don't have those prepped for the show, so I'm not going to cut to them right now.
No, we there is one thing that
right.
You can kind of do to sort of, do your part in taking the system back. It's downloading this application called Popcorn Time. What you have here is Netflix-like interface that gives you all the TV and movies.
Are you gonna get us banned? Is that illegal? All right, hold on. Before
No. I'm just saying. No. Hold on. I'm just saying it's out there. I'm not saying that you should. Wait, did I say that you should download it? Oh shit.
All right, hold on. Let me interject here for a second. So, one of the things we can do is we can contact our state representative. I mean, we in theory, our politicians are listening to us. I mean, like they should. That's their job. So, I mean, we should talk with our vote. I mean, we just tell them, hey, we're not voting for you again if you're against net neutrality. Let them know your position. In addition, Jeff talked about some organizations. There's the EFF and such who are also trying to legally combat this. So, you know, if you can, donate to them. If not, maybe spread the word. That they usually have campaigns with links that you can share. I'm a little bit iffy on the whole this slacktivism thing about, you know, just sharing links and thinking you've actually done something. But, you know, use your best judgment. You know, talk to your politician, write your politician, check out these websites, share the link, and just let people know.
I think net neutrality needs its own ice bucket challenge. Something else equally ridiculous, maybe not as wasteful. That,
you know, that actually isn't a bad idea. I mean, I don't know how to get something like that started, but definitely some sort of viral campaign would help. I mean, obviously they tried in the past. I mean,
if you have any ideas for that, viewers, please post a comment on our YouTube page or on the Google Events page. Yeah, we want to hear from you. What should we do? What's something like the Ice Bucket Challenge that, you know, you can send to other people and really spread awareness about net neutrality? Because I honestly think that's the biggest hurdle right now, is that so many people are using the internet to send data back and forth and don't know what is at the heart of this issue. They're hearing it, it kind of goes over their heads, or they have the kind of glancing awareness of it. Awareness, I think, is something that just really needs to be spread. So let's see if we can find it. Maybe we have the idea right here, and we'll get it going. I'm willing to do something ridiculous for net neutrality.
Dude, I will do anything ridiculous for... Actually, you'd be surprised at what little I would do something ridiculous.
I'm not saying we should do this or that we know anyone who can, but we could always black out the internet or purposefully slow it down with a little message to everyone to let them know what it would be like if we did not have net neutrality. I think demonstrating to people what it's like would wake them up, because I've had pokey internet, and that's enough for me to realize that's not what I want.
Speaking of pokey internet, this would not be a lunchroom episode if we didn't have some kind of technical difficulty. We've already had it a couple times today, as you've seen. Appreciate everyone hanging with us while we're working through this. But we're finding that our guests are unable to join because we're in studio mode on our audio. So I'm going to ask the panel to switch away from studio mode.
You're lying, really? But that's what makes us sound so good.
And let's try and get everyone else back in here.
We can also switch back after they join too.
Yep, okay. I'd rather have our guests on with crappy audio or less good audio than have it in. So I've switched away. Is everyone else switched away?
I've switched away. Now I sound like a heathen.
Yeah, you guys don't have your sexy voices anymore. What's up with that?
Oh, that's too damn bad. We're just gonna have to deal with this, I guess.
Well, let's wait for our other co-hosts to join,
we're waiting on Abel G. Pena. He's a Star Wars writer. We're waiting on our buddy Albert. What's Albert? He's an entertainer.
Albert is one of my good friends from childhood. He is an entertainer, a dancer, romancer, Capricorn, and a Cancer. He's a
styling, profiling, limousine riding,
wheeling, dealing
son of a gun.
That's right. That's exactly what he is.
Yeah, for you wrestling marks out there.
I want to plug like that next time.
we should get it written into the rundown. We'll go from there, man.
Okay, let's see if we can get our friends.
We're looking. We're waiting. They're talking.
What are they saying? Oh, dude, have you been?
Okay. I'm watching the comments. It doesn't sound like we've got a whole lot going on there, but that's okay. That's okay. We're working on building this out. That's what the whole idea is behind this.
You know what, Jeff?
I see you guys. I can see them, but they're not. They're trying to get in, but they're not. They're not doing. They're not. It's not happening. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Are they wearing the right shoes? It's Shoes, shiny shoes and collars only.
They forgot their badges. They don't have their badges.
All right, with that, we're going to move into a bit of that science news. As promised, some researchers at the University of Michigan have developed a first pass at these transparent solar panels, so you can see right through them. Yeah, and you know, I can't say I'm the biggest solar geek, but this is kind of interesting to me. This is something that could be on the windshield of a car. This could be something in the window of your living room. No longer do you have to have this installation on your roof and all this gimmickry set up. It's pretty exciting. I mean, Justin, what do you think of the prospect of having a really accessible, easily placed solar panels?
I like it. They still have a lot of limitations. I mean, the news cycle is kind of making it and it is really interesting breakthrough. But some things you have to take into consideration is that these things, they're called transparent luminescent solar concentrators, and what they do is the panels themselves are clear, which is a big challenge, and they use, as I understand it, some sort of organic molecule of some sort to transfer the invisible light sideways to photovoltaic cells on the edges of these panels. So I'm not really sure about I haven't done the math, but so it kind of the larger the window, the harder it's going to be probably to collect all that energy because it will have less solar voltaic cells on the edges. Maybe so we may have to tile it. So like these giant windows on buildings or maybe even the windshield of a car may not be efficient. Also, the angle for windows is different than for solar panels. So like we're talking about something that's perpendicular to the horizon as opposed to at an angle.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you don't know the math, so
I don't know the math.
That's one man's opinion.
Oh, come on.
All right, so something we do know about in terms of the math is
no. It's crazy. It's insane. Like how we're kind of seeing we're seeing like the future happening. I don't know. I feel like the future takes a little bit longer, but it's kind of happening.
It's going a lot faster. I mean, think about how much the internet has exploded, as opposed to like the amount of time we've been on the planet,
and how quickly some juggernaut tried to monopolize it and charge people for it.
That's capitalism's always going to be around. I mean, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, in the Star Trek universe, they've pretty much gotten rid of capitalism. Everyone's got universal health care. Everyone gets free room and board. There's no money.
Yeah, well, Star Trek also has green women, so I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that. Dude, you know what this reminds me of? Like, you remember in Back to the Future 3 when Doc has that in his barn? He has that giant machine, like steam's coming out. And there's like meters and stuff, and then what comes out is like one ice cube. I feel like our solar our solar technology is like the black panels look like that, and the current refrigerators are like this glass thing. So I can't wait to start putting that into practice.
I totally agree. I mean, right now the transparent, right now our regular solar panels, for lack of a better term, I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, so if I'm stuttering or having trouble with words, that's my excuse for this episode. I'll take another next time. Anyway, the opaque
only excellence here.
All right. The opaque panels that we have right now, our traditional panels are about 15% efficient in terms of the energy that we're converting, and these transparent ones are only at 1 for now. But I mean, our opaque ones were only at like 1%, like not that long ago either. So you're right. Things will probably change really fast. I mean, think about our phones, right? I'm still actually, my mind is still kind of blown that I was able to, this device which we originally was used just to make phone calls, I was able to record, upload, and share my Ice Bucket video with this little thing. I mean, and not that long ago, mobile phones were much larger than this, and you only could make phone calls with them. So, yeah, just like your Doc Brown's ice machine, our phones did the same thing, and hopefully solar panels will too.
Hopefully. In the meantime, we'll keep up with stories like this and other ones. I've got a small app review for you guys, real quick, for all you app lovers out there. There are so many good ones out there, but I've been using one for the past week here called NPR1. This is especially targeted at you, my fellow NPR geeks. I get most of my NPR listening in typically on the radio. I'll tune into, I think, 88.5 is the local station here. KQED. And what NPR One does for our U.S. listeners, that should be just about everyone, is it incorporates the national and global news of NPR with your local NPR station. So you open up the app, first thing you hear are top stories. You're caught up within a couple of minutes, and then it goes into this just kind of different, just a customized order of cutting between top stories and your local news, and it ends up just being this really curated, great little news source. Like if you're like me and just like the simplicity, directness of NPR programming, it's a great app. It's free. You sign up for a quick account with them, and you're able to get all of your local news that way. It's currently my favorite way to get my news with what's going on in the world. Like to stay in touch as best I can, and it makes that a lot easier.
That's cool.
Yeah, highly recommend it. NPR One. I don't know that it's in Android, but it is definitely in the iOS App Store. NPR One. We are not sponsored by NPR. I just like the app.
We are not sponsored by anybody.
We are not sponsored by anybody. This is all bootstrapped, as the kids say.
But if anyone wants to sponsor us, we're open to discussion.
Oh, dude, I actually didn't even get that far. I was just thinking, man, we're not sponsored by anybody. I didn't even think to say, hey, does anyone want to sponsor us? And give us a...
That's why I'm here.
Thanks, Joss. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Thank you, and thank you to everyone who's joined us today here on Lunchroom. I think we're going to just about wrap it up there. We like to keep this right around the 30-minute mark so that you can get back to work and get back to your day. We appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us here at the Lunchroom table. I have been your host. My name is Jeff Radovan. I'm joined today by the one and only Justin Chung at justinchung.com. Justin, can you tell the folks what's going on with you right now? Where can we find you? What's coming up?
Pretty easy. You already plugged me. So justinchung.com is my website, and from there you can follow me on Google Plus, which is my main go-to, as well as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Let's see what's been going on. Last week, Marvel Premiere shipped. It's a trading card set by Upper Deck, and I have 10 sketch cards that are randomly inserted in there. So happy hunting for all you trading card collectors. And tonight, I'll be at Google San Francisco. I'm one of the speakers for a new speaker series event they're having, and I'll be discussing my first year wearing Google Glass.
Awesome, and we'll make sure to have the link to that hangout. It's on Google Hangouts, correct?
It's actually a live event, so I'll share the Eventbrite page, so anyone in San Francisco can go. It's a free event. You just gotta find your way to Google. It's a chance to take a look inside, and I'll be there with 2 other explorers. So the 3 of us will be speaking.
That's
and
exciting,
members of the Glass team will be there too, so you can drill them and try to get secrets out of them about Google. I've tried. They don't talk.
Awesome. Always a pleasure having you all 3 times, and we hope to have you again soon, sir.
I hope to see you next week.
Yeah, my man. And on the 1s and 2s directing today, it was a rocky start, but I think we got it by the end. My brother and longtime roommate, Jason, the Hawaiian shirt Radovan.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's... sorry about that, folks. It was... I got confused with what screen I was looking at, and believe me, on this screen was awesome. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm directing it. And then I look over here, and it's like, wow, I'm on the wrong window. So the show that could have been was pretty sharp.
So right now you're that big ice machine, right? And you're saying a couple episodes down you're going to be a little ice cube maker?
That's correct. Thanks, Jess.
Man, this is episode 2, the official episode 2. I think by episode 7 this thing is going to be, rocky, but still. So, right. I've been your host. My name is Jeffrey Radovan. Thank you again for joining us, man. We really hope to have you again soon, and we'll talk to you next time on the Lunchroom.
Bye bye. Oh shit! Sorry, my bad.